Hmm. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Keely Gredinger, and I am coming on today because Lindsay had asked me to share a quick little video about what's been working for me. For the last couple months, I had some pretty nice sales, and I would really encourage you to try a fundraiser if you haven't done one. So I've done three now in the last 2 months, and they really help your PV. So you can increase your sales, obviously. You're not getting commission, or at least I wasn't. I donated all my commission, but you're growing your market. So, people who wouldn't have normally been your customers are now they have a relationship with you now, and they think you're pretty cool because you're donating all this money. So, um, and then you can also feel really good about helping someone in need. So, I've learned some things about fundraising over the last couple months, and I just created a little do's and don'ts list just to try to keep things simple. So, I would just go through a few of these things with you and kind of just encourage you to try a fundraiser. So I would suggest reaching out to people individually. Do you know someone who could use the money? Someone with medical bills, maybe a team that needs new equipment or uniforms, or a school with an item on their wish list. I would try to stay away from a Facebook post saying, "Let me fundraise for you." The reason that I'm not doing it that way is because I don't think some people want to say, "Hey, I need your help." Like, especially if it's for medical bills. Some people might not say, like, "Hey, please, can you help me pay my medical bills?" So, I think for other fundraisers that might work, having new equipment for a baseball team, they might be like, "Hey, we need some new helmets." But other people might not want to ask for help. So I think if you know about somebody's need, that you should just message them or email them or call them and just say, "Hey, I would really love to do this for you." Um, for me, if I'm doing a Facebook party, I create a public group or a public event that can easily be shared by others on Facebook. Just be mindful, and I learned this the hard way. Don't do free drawings or giveaways if it's a public event. I think you could probably give away other things, just not Color Street, but I'd have to check on that. Consider sharing the event on your own timeline, just to help raise awareness and get people interested. I say at about a week or 10 days, it loses steam. That's what I've found. I get a lot of orders in the beginning, and the first few days it starts to lose steam, and then when I post the end date, I get more orders at the end. So keep it to a week or 10 days max. I think writing personal thank you cards for everyone who has ordered is a nice touch. You can put your business card in there, and it helps. Again, people know who you are, how to get in contact with you. I also would consider friending people who order. If you're doing it on Facebook, add them as a friend, send them a message. That way, now you have that relationship and you have a way to get a hold of them, a way to check back in and say, "Do you have any questions on your nails?" I would acknowledge every purchase on the event page, create a thank you graphic just like you would in a party. I also even say something like, um, "Thank you, Cindy from Manitowoc," because I think it's kind of fun to see where everybody's from. If it's like um, somewhere that's not local, it's kind of cool to see, oh, someone from Texas ordered or whatever. Um, Keep focus on the cause. So post about the person or the reason for doing the fundraiser often. People are there because of the cause, not necessarily the nails. A lot of people, if it's their first time with Color Street, they just want to help whoever's in need. They don't necessarily care what it is. It's like when you buy candy bars. Like maybe you're on a diet, but you buy the candy bars anyway because, you want to help that cause. Um, let's see, my notes here say, choose your donation percentage and be upfront about it. So I like to donate all of my regular commission, so 25%. I tell them that ahead of time so they know what to expect. And then I keep my enhanced commission at the end of the month. If I get extra commission, I keep that. Decide early on what you want to do with the rewards earned. If it's a larger fundraiser, you could have hundreds of dollars in free nails. So do you want to keep those? Obviously, that would be beneficial to your business. Or if the person, has medical expenses, if it's really a serious thing, consider maybe donating the rewards too. You could create a separate private group, and anybody that wants to purchase the nails, either, you could sell them for $10 each and donate an even bigger chunk to whatever the cause is. Can you team up with someone to help you co-host the event? So one of my recent fundraisers, a relative or friend of the person helped me with all the thank yous. It really lifted a burden, a burden off of me because it was getting to be overwhelming. It was right at the fall launch. I had like 6 parties going at once. Without her, it would have been incredibly overwhelming. And then be mindful of your own reasons for doing the fundraiser and keep that as your drive. If you're doing it to gain new customers, how are you going to ensure that you keep in contact with all of these new people? So friending them on Facebook, getting them your business card, those types of things are like the most important. What impressions do you want your new customer base to have of you? For me, it's really important that they see me as a generous, kind person. I'm doing this because it's helping me gain new customers, but I'm also doing this because I really want to help someone and I want them to know that about me and that, I'm a real person with feelings and things like that. As far as posting, you'll want to post frequently and consistently. I aim for 2 to 3 times a day in addition to thank yous. I also think going live would be helpful. Showing people who you are will create a genuine connection to your new audience. Show them a new line, show them how to do hole punches, apply a sample, anything that you would maybe do on your VIP page, you could do in a public fundraiser. Post the website link in every single post because you don't want people to have to like scroll through and try to find your party link. Just keep it visible all the time. To order for Pete, order here. And then it's just a click away and that's all they have to do. And then the last thing I wanted to say about fundraisers is that you can do a non-Facebook fundraiser. So I did one at my school just last week, and basically it was an email with a link, like a not a Facebook form, a Google form. And I only did 2 nail sets. So it's less confusing for people. Here is breast cancer set number 1, breast cancer set number 2. How many of each would you like? What is your total? Like, how much do you owe? I did that for face value. So people were buying the sets at full price. And then I had, when I ordered, I got every 4th one free. So I have additional money then to put towards the cancer research donation. So I didn't get a ton of orders. I got like nine people that ordered, but they ordered, 16 sets. It ended up being close to $100 for donation. So I think that's great. And, most of these people were new customers, and it was fairly simple for me. Like, I just placed those orders on my own party link. I'm going to be keeping any of the hostess rewards gained from that. But I am going to be doing the cash donation. So that's another way you can do it. Simplify it. If it's for a sports team, just choose like the sports colors of the team and maybe the sport like hockey, and keep it simple. Red and black and the